Now, scientists are trying to answer a question that they've had for years. Why are the T-Rex's arms so short? I guess because to give it any longer arms would be, unfair to the rest of creation.
Right.
Dr. Professor Lord Cody Stark is going to slap us with that and much more.
Indeed. A scientist from San Diego is developing a new method of tracking tigers with the help of a smartphone. Now that's some roaming charges.
Hi-yo!
Dr. Watsa is a researcher at the San Diego Zoo. She's been using small electrophoresis device that's connected to her phone to examine DNA in soil samples. She said the method can detect individual tigers in an area. Watsa hopes the application will make it easier to track tigers in Sumatra, Indonesia's biggest island, and tiger populations across the rest of Asia. Conservation scientists are increasingly making use of environmental DNA, whether it's in soil, water, snow, or even air, to gather information about particular species or ecosystems. That's interesting. You've been...
Ow!
You know what you did.
I wonder if there's one researcher that's like, what if we just took pictures of them?
Yeah. It's one of the biggest mysteries in paleontology. Why do T-Rex have such little arms? T-Rex boxing. Now, a group of scientists in Chicago are trying to find out why and what the dinosaurs could do with them. Researchers removed an arm from one of the skeletons of a T-Rex named Sue, of course, the famous Sue at the Field Museum in Chicago. They're going to put it through a CT scan so they can create digital models. From there, they hope to be able to measure the range of motion of the joints. And if they don't make this into a VR game, I'm going to be so mad. That will help determine just how long, strong, and versatile those little arms actually were.
And there's all these funny jokes about like, oh, T-Rex can't clap its hands and it can't play drums or, do push-ups. But jokes aside, the proportions of these forelimbs are very strange. But at the same time, the limbs are not vestigial. They're not, they're not in the process of being lost.
I feel like she was pointing me out because I made a joke about T-Rex boxing. Here's how short the dinosaur's arms actually were. A 45-foot-long T-Rex typically had arms of only 3 feet long. That's equivalent of a 6-foot human with 5-inch arms.
Oh.
That's crazy. You've been slapped with science.
Do it with a T-Rex arm. 6-foot human with 5-inch arms.
NASA's historic moon mission is headed home, people. I'm sitting on my jacket. I can't reach the prompter. And the unpiloted capsule fired its main engine yesterday, passing about 80 miles above the lunar surface for a gravity-assisted flyby that has it on the course to splash back down to Earth this weekend. The Artemis 1 mission is the first in a series of NASA flights aimed at sending astronauts back to the moon and eventually to Mars. One of those trips I hope to be on. You've been... No. You've been slapping science.
Oh!
My cat would go nuts for this.